we have our man, Tommy Doyle, has joined Sheffield United on a season-long loan deal. Welcome to the Sheffield United Way. My name's Hal, and we're going to talk about a signing. It's one that we've actually been speaking as fans for a little while. We're talking like over a year when Tommy Doyle was first circulated after his loan spell in Germany to be a player that could join in the Championship. And we put it out on our social media at Sheffield United Way. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, that he'd be the kind of player we'd love to see at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. Well, now we have our man, Tommy Doyle, has joined Sheffield United on a season-long loan deal. Who is he? Thomas Glyn Doyle. We're just going to call him Tommy Doyle. A 20-year-old midfielder, turns 21 in October. Born and raised in Manchester. His paternal grandfather was Mike Doyle, who was a professional footballer who represented Man City, Stoke, Bolton and Rochdale. His maternal grandfather was also a professional footballer by the name of Glyn Pardoe. Glyn played his whole career with Man City. Glyn and Mike were teammates as well at Main Road, which I think is pretty cool. And obviously, Tommy takes Glyn's middle name. Tommy is contracted until 2025 with his parent club, Manchester City, and wears the number 69. Doyle joined Sandbach United FC at the age of just 4 before joining Man City when he was 8. Absolutely incredible. He's been on the journey since then. Doyle is 5'8", which is the perfect height for a man, and has already represented England through the youth age ranks from under 16 all the way up to under 21. In fact, he was part of the England under 17 squad that won the 2018 UEFA European Under-17 Championship. Doyle actually takes a mean penalty. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that. And he scored one in that tournament, in the opener against Israel. In the second match, he bagged the winner against heavily fancied Italy. And then we're going to jump with talking about his England youth career to the 13th of October 2020. Doyle did something he'd continue to do and suggests quite a bit about his mentality. He captained England under-20s. This was on his debut for the age group, and the side beat Wales 2-0 at St George's Park. At the start of the 2021 season, Doyle would receive an England under-21 call-up, and in September of that year, he made his England under-21 debut in the 2023 UEFA European Under-21 Championship qualification against Kosovo under-21s in Milton Keynes. England actually won that game 2-0. He's since been a feature for the side regularly, taking all the set pieces. That's something I like, and that's something that I've noticed as well. Any of you who have watched England under-21s, perhaps at Chesterfield, will have seen that Tommy takes the set pieces. And Tommy has played for Manchester City's first team. It's not just been resigned to the youth ranks. He made his debut in the League Cup in a 3-1 win against Southampton. That was in October 2019. He played as part of a midfield 3. That again could be something that the Blades utilise when and if we see changes to formation. So his manager, Pep Guardiola, said, Tommy played well in a position that isn't his natural position. Usually he's further forward. He played really good. Again, this is a direct quote. So congratulations to him on his debut. He was with us in the pre-season, and I saw him a few times in the academy, and I didn't have any doubts he would play to a good level. And I think I made a very, very good decision not to do a Spanish accent. Tommy also played well against Swansea in the FA Cup for City. And Pep also said, and again, no accent, he's a player with a special quality. He takes it, shoots. Another Man City fan. A historic family. The historic Doyle family. The minutes he plays good. End quote. On the 31st of August 2021, Doyle joined Bundesliga 2 club Hamburger SV on loan. Now, in total, he would only make 7 appearances. He did score 1 goal. He was initially going to go there for the whole season, but On the 20th of January 2022, Doyle came back to British soil. Doyle joined Championship side Cardiff City on loan until the end of that season. He played 20 times and scored his first goal for the club on the 23rd of February 2022. That was in a 2-1 loss to a team that would go on to do well in the playoffs at Huddersfield Town. And by that, I mean get there and get to the final. He would score twice more in all competitions during his time in Wales, also having a couple of assists. So where exactly do we see Tommy Doyle playing? Well, Tommy plays in central midfield. He's right-footed, but as Pep has suggested, he can play further forward. He could be one of two. He could be a deep-lying, Norwood-esque kind of player. And that sounds to me like some of the position that he's taken up in the past. But also, he's taken up a more advanced attacking midfield role. And we have seen Sheffield United utilise one striker and two attacking midfielders playing just behind. We know we are going to be without one of those that was so pivotal last season. Let's look now at Tommy Doyle's attributes. His main attribute, and this might surprise you for someone who plays centrally, very good at crossing. And perhaps it doesn't surprise you when you consider I've already mentioned him taking almost all set pieces with every side he's seemingly been involved with. He's got fantastic composure on the ball. We've already mentioned that free kick taking. Passing, we've already mentioned. Penalties. And just all-round quality technique. If you take a moment to find some videos of him playing football online, and there's plenty of every single footballer these days, of course they make them all look like world beaters, but you can notice instantly that quality first touch, that quality technique. He's also brave, an aggressive player. I've been speaking to Manchester City fans who've watched him, and they say he won't shirk a tackle. Despite this, he still possesses a great deal of flair. He's definitely got skills. It isn't too often, I'm trying to rack my brains for players that have played for Sheffield United that get stuck in, but also have got a trick about them. You know, the one that kind of leaps to mind would be someone like Paul Devlin, but even he played on the wing or up front. So a different player in a different position. We've also spoken about the fact that Tommy is also a natural leader who works hard, getting up and down the pitch, working for his team. He's far from lazy, with true fans love to see it work rate. You give Bramall Lane fans that, we'll love you. Never fall in love with a lone player, but we'll love you. So constantly, I'm hearing from City fans, he works his way around the midfield. His fitness then, right up there. He's got tremendous stamina, doesn't lack pace. He's agile, and he's also strong. I mean, you've got to try and find weaknesses, and if you are going to, you're going to be looking really hard. If I had to pick weaknesses, and I don't want to, I would say, aerially, that's probably not his strongest suit. No player created more big chances per game in the Championship last season than Tommy Doyle. He's not a direct like-for-like replacement for last season's lone wizard, Morgan Gibbs-White, but he could offer a different type of threat to the opposition. Incidentally, Morgan Gibbs-White became the first ever loan signing to win the club's official Player of the Year award. Will he be the last? Doyle will link up with the Sheffield United players for pre-season training. Let's not make any mistakes. He wants to play for his boyhood club, Man City. All right. Doyle has said of his own future, here's the quote: "I think the main thing for me is playing football. I want to play as much as I can, and hopefully, in the future, that gets me into the Manchester City team." So, again, never fall in love with a lone player. I think we have to be realistic. He might have a wonderful season with Sheffield United, but Doyle sees his own future with Manchester City. So that might be something where, again, we're talking at the end of the season in 9 months or so's time, depending on when you're watching this, of we've done it again. You know, if he has a great season, I'll be okay with that, because I think we have to go into this knowing it's a short-term, as in one season thing. Maybe there's a dream scenario where he's so good he gets the Blades promoted and we can get him on loan again. And maybe, just maybe, he falls in love with Bramall Lane and he actually does want to stay, and we can do a deal permanently because we've got Premier League money. Let me know what you think about this loan signing in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. It's free.